All right. So, look. Here's the thing. I know some people were less than thrilled about the last video I posted. Well, whatever. That's on them, not me. But whatever. Doesn't do too well. So, look. Obviously, for those of you who know, well, at the time of this video's posting, yesterday was Kenneth Branagh's birthday, and of course I would love to do nothing more to celebrate than do my rendition of the St. Crispin's Day speech. So good. His is amazing. If you haven't seen his Henry V, fucking do it. Why would you waste your time with anything else? It's amazing. I'm not going to do it today. Hopefully soon. I had planned on it. But, motherfuckers be motherfuckers, and so here we are. Though, of course, I always have that speech in the back of my mind. And, of course, one of the best lines in it, I believe, rings true to all of this. And of course, Henry V he's got his troops there over at Agincourt, and 5-1 and all that, and they're outnumbered, and he rallies the troop with a speech. It's the best speech ever written. It's amazing. I watch his version constantly. The line, however, that rings most true here, from that speech to today, to everything else, is, "This story shall the good man teach his son." Oh, what a good fucking line, right? I know, right? Fucking Shakespeare, right? He kind of knew what he was doing. And I love Shakespeare. I love Shakespeare very much. I would love nothing more than to just talk about Shakespeare. However, here we are. And with that line in mind, it puts a lot into perspective, for me, at least. And I wasn't thinking about that line consciously at all when I started doing all this. But, yeah, I guess it rings so true. Yeah, we all want the future generations to be better, have it better than we ourselves had it. And I know I come from the worst generation. I'm a fucking millennial. All right, and it's like, look, I try to be one of the cool ones. All right, obviously, I've got my issues with my generation. Some of us, though, are fighting the good fight. Obviously, being PC is gay and retarded. We grew up in the 90s. Everything was gay and retarded. But, in a cool way. All right? That's just how it was. We also know how to talk to each other and disagree and be friends. That was cool. I don't know what the fuck this is. But that's okay. You know, the insidious narcissism of this generation is well, you know, whatever. I guess even if they don't get it, they'll think that joke is about them. Right? As it fucking was. But see, they knew it was about them, but they needed it to be explained. And of course, oh, Edward, that's what getting good is all about. But speaking of that, briefly, because in that message, which of course is coming, my rendition of it, line for line. Look, I do all this in just one take. I don't, as I'm sure you all know, I don't have an editor. I would love one. My goodness, the things we could do here, but I don't have one at the moment. So what I'm saying is, like, look, all one take, and getting through that dumb diatribe, it takes me a couple takes. I'm like, okay, I'll publish the outtakes soon, maybe. All right, it's very funny. The outtakes are less funny than the fucking material I had to work with. But my point in bringing that up is that, dear Edward, of course, right before he says his infamous final line there, he says, "Get good," which I'm thinking about it now, and of course it does relate to St. Crispin's Day, the Kenneth Branagh, well, no, the Shakespeare, but it's Kenneth Branagh's birth. Anyway, work with me here. When he says "get good," that is it's a reference to, well, as I like to call it, the El Soulsborne series, the Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Elden Ring, Sekiro, and Bloodborne. And I love those games. I love them very much. I love them so much I platinumed Dark Souls, Sekiro, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring. Edward, on the other hand, oh my goodness, you sweet, I'm a child. And make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, he's a fucking child. He can't beat any of them. And like, look, I know it's a weird flex, it's a weird nerdy flex. Oh, I get it. But it's a flex nonetheless. And I fucking did it. And it wasn't terribly easy to do. But my favorite line in Dark Souls, that's most people's favorite line, is, "Don't you dare go hollow." And I think about that a lot. And it reminds me of St. Crispin's Day, which is October 25th, if anybody was wondering. That's when the Battle of Agincourt takes place, and Henry V. And Henry V, this great, rousing speech Harry, as they call him, Harry the King, Exeter, Warwick. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get into it. I want to. I really want to. I'm just so very, very tired. And it would be a disservice to not only you, but to Shakespeare if I were to do it now. And what I'm saying is like, A, for that dilettante to tell me to get good is fucking rich. Alright. Oh, good Christ. Oh, my God. Zunes, even. Which is Christ wounds, of course. For my Shakespeare fans out there. Which I hope you all should be. You should all read Shakespeare, God damn it. What the fuck is wrong with you? What I'm saying here is now, is that, look. All right, so I know as the meme goes, I would love nothing more than just to sing Christmas Day speech, but of course, here we are. So, to circle back here to the story that the good man shall teach his son. Well, the line is, this story shall the good man teach his son. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For each day that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother, be he ne'er so vile. This day shall gentle his condition, and gentlemen in England now abed shall think themselves accursed they were not here, and hold their manhoods cheap, whiles any speaks that fought with us upon... Look, the point is, this fucking sucks. And it all can be quelled by, of course, simple conversation. Oh, once again, that's all I had ever wanted. Simple. Albeit tough. It's going to be a difficult conversation. All the conversations about this. We're not going... The course of these conversations did not go smooth. All right, if you get it, you get it. And, well, there's been a lot of death in my life this year. David Lynch, my favorite director, man whose movies changed me when I saw them for the first time when I was 16. His death was supposed to be the worst this year. His death was not Worcestershire. It literally, that was supposed to be the worst. His death. I'm tongue-tied because I'm tired. Well then, when it rains it pours, and then of course, when he died, January, I think. March rolled along, and our son died, and I fucking... It really never, ever gets better. Excuse me. Oh. And then Gene Hackman. And then my grandmother. And then 2 weeks ago, my grandfather. They were not married. Opposite sides of the family. Mother's mother, father's father. Died this year. And my son. Our son. Fuck. But look. Look. Reel it in, reel it in, reel it in, reel it in. Not trying to ramble here. I think just... God. Fuck me, this fucking sucks. I do believe that at the end of the day, everybody has it in them to be good, to do good. To want to help others. Who can put others ahead of themselves? I do believe that. I have to. I've not seen it recently, but I have seen it. I know that goodness exists. And in every human being, he or she is capable of being amazing. And when certain old perverts say that I'm unhinged, well, a good golly gosh. Perhaps that person, whomever that person may be, should stop taking creepy pictures of their neighbors. Perhaps. Just saying. Yes, largely, of course. Most of this whole project here, everything about it can be one of the themes can be cast not the first fucking stone, lest you yourself, of course, be an ancient fucking pervert. I'm just saying. But perhaps that ancient pervert, whomever he may be, has some good in him. I hope so. I'd like to believe so. Especially this time of year. And then again, there's that part of me that's like, fuck it, you should be able to believe that every time of year. And it's like, look, perhaps I've prattled on a little too long here. So, ultimately, look, all of this, I wish weren't happening. I wake up some mornings not knowing where I am and how I am back where I am. And I'm gonna find out why the fuck I feel that way. Alright. Because I should hope that perhaps, maybe, for posterity's sake alone, some other poor dumb bastard down the trough will learn from my mistakes. I was supposed to learn from those before me. And yeah, I didn't fucking listen a lot of the time. Sometimes that worked out. A lot of the time it worked out. Most of the time, it worked out. This time, well, like when certain people tell me that I should never have got involved with her in the first place. What a strange thing to say. It's easy to say it now. Look, neither one of us knew then what would happen now. That, I'm pretty sure she and I can agree on. I mean, there are a lot she and I can agree on. I just, I'll just say what I mean. Now, things could have been easier had she been able to say what she meant. You know, an elephant's faithful 100%. And she couldn't even see elephants. Yet she took the elephant. But that's a story for another time. Because, yes, in the next couple of days, alright, yes, a lot of things will be covered. How am I supposed to know what accounts in her name for $20,000 that she wasn't able to access by her father's will? How am I supposed to know about that? Anyway, look, that's a topic for another day. All right. I was like, look. I know how many times that's the drinking game, right? How many times have I said that? But look, well, will this be the story that the good man teaches his son? Ultimately, I don't know. Our son died. I can't teach him any story. But for those of you lucky enough to have children, maybe this will be not the story you should teach, but a story. I don't know. Do I make these for him? Atticus? Maybe. Fuck it, baby. But I'll leave it with this for tonight. The next video, it's about cheese.